In this video, I'm going to show you a service called If This Then That. You can find this service at iftt.com. And essentially what this service does is do internet macros. Essentially, you can use one service to do something for another service. The best way to show you this is by going in and creating a recipe. So I'm going to sign in. You'll have to join if you haven't joined already, but I've got an account, so I'll click on the sign in button. And we'll log into the service. And you'll see I've created some recipes already, and there's some examples here as well. And just to give you an example, you can read some of the descriptions. So when a new album is added to Amazon's top MP3 albums, send me an email. So you can use RSS to feed into an email client, or you can use RSS to tweet something out. What I'm going to do is create a new recipe. Okay, so I'll click on Create a Recipe, and you basically just kind of follow the steps. So click on this link, and you need to choose a trigger channel. I want to choose YouTube. Now, if you haven't already, you might see something that says activate this channel. You'll basically need to give YouTube's permission to use this for If This Then That. So you may have to do some logins and get that set up first before you can use YouTube as a trigger channel. But that's what we're doing next is using a trigger from YouTube. What I want it to do is every time I favorite a video, I want it to eventually post on my website. So I'm going to use this trigger called New Favorite Video, and it goes to the next step. So I'll create, there's no fields that we need to complete here, so I'll just click on Create Trigger. So if I favorite a new video by Rushaw, that's my account on YouTube. So if I favorite a video on YouTube, then what do I want to do? I'll click on that, and I'll tell it what I want it to do. What I want it to do is post to my WordPress blog. So I'll click on WordPress, and what I want it to do is create a post. This action will create a normal post on a WordPress blog. And what I need to do, since WordPress automatically will take a YouTube link and turn it into a video embed, I need to select this ingredient on the side here and just simply choose the video URL. And go down to the bottom. What I want it to do is publish this immediately. I could, if I wanted to, save it as a draft or publish it as a private post, but I want it to publish automatically, immediately in the background. So I'll click on Create Action, and now my recipe is complete. If I favorite a video on YouTube, then create a post on my WordPress blog. So I'll click Create Recipe. And now I had 4 recipes before, now I have 5. So this one's all set and ready to go. It'll give you status updates. So if you've triggered this, it'll show you how many times you've triggered it. So I'll show you that in just a second. But let me just go to my WordPress blog. And I've done this once already. So here's a video that I've done this recipe with, and I just recreated it again. So here's an example of a video that I embedded previously. But what we're going to do is add another video up above this one. In our WordPress blog. I've got a video that I want to favorite and create a post out of. So all I need to do is once I've got the video up in my web browser, I'm going to go to the Add To area, and you'll need to be logged into your YouTube account to do this. I'm logged in as Andy Rush. And what I'm going to do is just simply click on Favorites to add this to my favorites. All right, so it's successfully added that to the favorites. Now, if I go back to my blog, even if I refresh this, you won't see anything that happened just yet. It will take a little bit of time and depends on exactly when you do this. But in the background, periodically it will check to see if any of those kind of parameters exist, if you favorited a video recently, and then it will post that to your website. I'm going to force it. I'm going to force If This Then That to do this procedure. Okay. So we'll click here, and I can view the activity, and so far it just says that the recipe was created. So let's go back and say Check Now. And it'll gyrate for a few seconds, and it'll say Recipe Checked. I'll click on View Activity again, and it says Personal Recipe Worked. So what should have happened is it should have posted on my blog that favorited video. So what I'll do is I'll go to this site, I'll click the refresh button, and it gave it a title, it put that URL in the post, and so it automatically embeds that video, and it also will post it in some categories. And you can change these, what gets tagged and what categories it gets posted in, but this has been embedded into my WordPress blog, and I can click on the play button, and you should start hearing the music. And it's as simple as that. So if this then that allows you to create recipes to essentially do internet macros to functionality from one site to another. There's lots of recipes and channels for you to explore, lots of services that are included in this: Twitter, email, Evernote, RSS feeds, Instagram, lots of capabilities. So feel free to explore it and see what recipes you come up with. Thanks for watching.